We got your point there, just so that I can pass it over back to Ms. Gould. I mean, the issue that's being brought up in part, what Dr. Shaath is saying, and what I want to continue discussing here, is the issue of the separation wall cutting through communities, cutting through families, cutting through people's homes and where their farms are. And this is exactly what this year the United Nations has picked up on the anniversary of this court ruling or this court advisory. The United Nations is saying that these gates and this separation wall is basically dividing farmers from their land. It's stopping people's access to hospitals. Its ambulances aren't allowed to get in as fast as they could. The report that was out today, Friday, talks about instances where people have died because they haven't been given the permission to cross over these barriers. And this is the issue that the United Nations has been focusing on.
Well, you know, Israel does whatever it can to take into its hospitals anyone who is injured, even if it's a Palestinian terrorist. So I'm sorry, I don't feel that there is this tremendous inability of people to go to hospital, go to schools, and go anywhere. The Israeli military offered to replant olive trees that were knocked down in a recent incursion into the Palestinian territories. And some of the residents said no because they felt they would be complicit with the whole concept of the wall. And as I said before, I would love to see the wall come down tomorrow. But as long as there is this constant terrorism, we were talking before about 1948, and you were saying about all of the crimes of Israel since 1948. Let's go to the near present, to all of the suicide bombings. Whenever Yitzhak Rabin signed an agreement with King Hussein, with Yasser Arafat, when Mubarak was sitting there during the Oslo process, every time he signed another peace deal and gave back another piece of territory, suicide bombs went off. There were more suicide bombings during the Oslo Peace Treaty than at any other time. And that's what makes even left-wing Israelis feel there's no hope. What can we do? We cannot make peace. I'll tell you one thing I've said on Press TV.
What do you think of Shiri Blair when she said...
What do you think of Shiri Blair when she said
she can understand?
Leader.
Okay, let Dr. Shaath come in at this point.
Leader.
What do you think? What do you think with Shiri Blair, the wife of the former British Prime Minister, when she said she can understand how those people will carry on a suicide attacks, as you said, because they are desperate, they are pushed against the wall, and now you're calling them terrorists? Those people, they are very desperate. You deny them the right to live. The only way you live for them is the people of Palestine. I'm talking about that. You stole their land, you stole their country, and now you're talking about laws and international and Israeli army gonna.
I'm sorry. I didn't steal anything, sir.
Plant olive trees.
Don't say you stole. I didn't steal anything.
Destroying all the olive trees in the West Bank.
My family went from the pogroms of Russia. My family went from the pogroms of Russia inside the wall of Russia. The Pale of Settlement in the 19th century. My great-grandparents and my grandparents. And they went to America and they were impoverished. Their teeth were falling out. But they made a life for themselves.
Anti-American, anti-Israel.
Okay, let me just come in here. There's obviously there's two very different points of views here, but I want to go back to what the United Nations is saying, Ms. Gould. And what the United Nations has said, it's not said that the separation wall does not have a right to be there. It's said that Israel has a right to have this wall to protect itself. But it's saying the wall as it stands now, the wall as it's being erected right now, is violating international laws. It's not going through the green line. It is separating farmers from their land. It is causing distress to the community. So why is it that the United Nations is saying this? They're not saying that the wall shouldn't exist at all.
What I have said over and over again when I've been on press... Can I please answer?
Go ahead,
Ms. Gould. I've been asked to answer this. She said, Ms. Gould, I'm answering. What I have said over and over again is what is missing from the Palestinian and Arab people, including the 1.5 million who live inside Israel happily, but they do not have a great leader. When Ronald Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall, that galvanized the tearing down of the Berlin Wall. Where is the Palestinian leadership? I'm asking you. Where is the Mandela? Where is the Martin Luther King? You need great leaders to say, we must do this.
Go ahead, Doctor. Go ahead, Dr. Shaath.
Okay, she's talking about the leadership of Gorbachev. Gorbachev, if you can hear me, sold the Soviet Union for $160,000. He got it from the president of South Korea on behalf of the United States. That's the leadership of Gorbachev, who sent 1 million people to Palestine. Half of them non-Jews, and they're still in Palestine under what they call it the Israelis' right of return. So you're talking about leadership. The Palestinian leadership wants their land back. And if this leadership compromise on it right now, the next generation won't. So Israel have to understand that. If they want to live in the Middle East, they have to apply all the international laws.
Ms. Gould, I just want your
that
final
includes
comment.
Great leadership, which at the moment the people do not have.
Yeah, I mean, Ms. Gould, I've spoken to you before on this topic, and we've discussed this issue of leadership before, but you didn't answer my question there, which was on the Israeli side of this. If they heed to UN resolutions, if they come and they start bringing down the wall as the UN court has wanted, isn't this something that the Israelis can do to show leadership, to show that they're serious about the situation?
Because in the past, as you know, the Supreme Court of Israel, which is one of the most outstanding judicial systems in the world, and far exceeds some Western countries' judicial systems, has the power to order the wall, where the wall goes, to be altered. And we wait to see if they will. It's up to them. And many Israelis hope that they will. They have done it before. Okay. There have been rights groups, and including Beit Salem in Israel, who have demanded changes to the wall, and some of these things have happened. You also have a conservative government in Israel. You have Netanyahu. You don't have Yitzhak Rabin or Shimon Peres or Ehud Barak anymore.
Dr. Shaath, just final comments over to you. Let's pick up on this issue of leadership and how things can go forward from here. Is it just the burden lying on the Palestinian side, or can the international community really do something about this situation?
Who represents the international law right now and who can apply it as they want? This is a double standard which in the international community, the United States is the main player in here, and the United States need Israel to keep what it's doing, causing wars and causing havoc in the area, so the United States can sell arms and can keep controlling that area and can scare this regime and that regime. And then when they want to talk about, like during the Iraqi war, they accuse Iraq of not complying with one of the resolutions of the United Nations. As I told you, I have a list of over 50 resolutions which Israel won't apply. So we know where is the international law is coming here. We know Israel is a puppet and for the United States of America and its imperialist project.